several times. I went, but it was not comfortable. I didn't drink, didn't care, any of that stuff.
But you know, he pre-planned every shot before he went to the set.
Brilliant. I was invited to the screening room to watch the sequences as they were drawn.
He drew everything.
He drew everything. I had them drawn by somebody, and I saw myself on a horse, sitting with a hat and with a drawing. And then when they filmed the scenes, and the scenes were filmed, then he would insert them into the picture as the editor started accumulating the material. So then they would be.
But he knew before he got on the set.
He knew exactly every angle. He knew every shot.
Did he direct you as an actor at all?
No, he came up and moved my hair at the window and doing all these little things, to touch. And that's how close at moments.
But he didn't talk about the psychology of your character?
No, he
and the slyness
ever mentioned just, you're jealous. I knew that I had to be jealous, and I had to be I knew I was the bad girl, and therefore I had to, I was the one to give her away. That was, but yet, who would believe that a man would be truly in love with somebody who was he was as bad as she said he was as bad as she is. Two of them were two peas in a pod.
Yeah, they're reflections of each other.
I mean, I'm the third wheel in a funny, I was around conveniently there to kind of show if I hadn't been there, there'd have been no dynamic actually in the film, because there had to be somebody placed in the spot where I wanted him, I really expected to have him. It was given a natural thing that I would be the lady of the house, and tried to act as if I was, by owning the house, by moving freely and being in the house and knowing every little corner and every part of it.
But you provided this psychology for yourself.
Oh, I had to, of course.
It didn't come from the director.
No.
Did you like the character?
No. She was you don't have to like the character particularly. You just have to make that character believable. I didn't like the big part that I played last night in Straight Jacket. But, I may say this. I've taken roles in films that I didn't like. I wanted to be a working actress. I felt lucky to be given parts. But I decided when I produced, I said I get a chance to pick my own material after being given these parts. I was asked to do a Roger Corman movie that happened to be about a piranha. And I turned it down and I threw it in the garbage, and it felt so good in 1970s to throw a script in the garbage and watch it just land in the trash. And even the director, my agent kept calling me up and offering me more money, that they wanted me to do it so much. And I said, don't you get it? It's now not about money. And that's the day I decided I'm going to start working on projects that I want to produce. And I made a commitment to myself, always to produce something that I wanted to do, that I admired the qualities of it, that had something good to say, and to work it, whether it was medicine, which I did. A documentary was nominated for an Emmy on Miracles in the Making. It was about alternative medicine and meeting Norman Cousins, who was the Saturday Review editor, and all the good he did in bringing the maidens back from Japan and doing reconstructive surgery. I loved Norman Cousins, and I got to know him very well. So I concentrated my work on positives, and then doing To Climb a Mountain, which was also given awards with HBO. And it had about 11 handicapped climbers from Mount Rainier, and they were all handicapped, and they got to make it to the top. And I wanted to see people do something worthy. So I continued, and that's why I made these movies. And I said, I'm never going to do this again.
Too dark for you, too dark.
That's why I'm not working that much, because unless I get something wonderful, like an HBO small series with George Clooney, which was called Unscripted, where I got to be in a classroom with Frank Langella and played on this piece of work, something nice. And it was...
You won't take dark material or material...
But not, what's the point? Why? I can't sit through them anymore. I can't... I had to walk out on Goodfellas, which I love Scorsese. I love Marty Scorsese's brilliant filmmaking. But even The Irishman, gratuitous violence for no reason doesn't make sense. It only propagates and pushes it further into our society. And it's shocking why we accept it.